Hey, Coach, what's up? Welcome back to our podcast. Before we dig into today's episode, make sure and leave us some feedback here on iTunes. Simply just go to the podcast on iTunes, leave us a quick review, and that means the world to me. I would greatly appreciate if you can do that. And only do that, though, if you see value from this podcast. I don't ask for coaches just to do that unless they actually listen to this podcast. And if that's you, though, do us a favor and leave us a quick review. Now, today's episode is episode 185, and the title is What Tim Duncan Taught Me. And as a kid, obviously, you should know by now, I live in San Antonio. I grew up here. And as a kid, Tim Duncan was obviously my favorite player. He is an absolute stud, and really his work that he has done has not only impacted the Spurs organization, but it's like he really is the one who set the tone for the future of that organization. Like him and Coach Pop and Manu and Tony. And when you look at him just like as an athlete, like if I broke what he does down and I looked at, well, if Timmy was a businessman, which he is, by how he played basketball, how would that relate to a business? And here's three things that I learned by watching him as a kid that have really helped me with my business. The first is just being consistent. And if you watch Tim, like he's not this dude who's super flashy. He's not this arrogant guy. Like he's just consistent. He's going to go in and do his thing, and he's going to be effective. He's going to do it night in, night out. I feel like he's probably one of the most consistent basketball players out there. And again, like there's no flash to it. It was like, all right, I'm going to show up, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to get a little bit better. And he did that over the course of so many years. And that's why he was a winner. That's why he won so many championships, because not only did he do that, but he got his teammates to follow those characteristics. The second was he made others around him better. Like he wasn't this guy who's just trying to be the center of attention. And this is where I see a lot of business owners fail. It's like they think it's about them. Like they think it's about, oh, like how good am I as a coach? It's never about that. It's about building others up around you. And I know a lot of coaches that listen to this podcast, you might not have a team of coaches that are helping you. And it doesn't really matter to me if you do or if you don't. But if you look at your business, you should never be the center of attention. It should be your clients. And that's, again, something I learned from Tim. It's like you want to build your surroundings up. You don't want to just focus in on you, because when you do that, you come off as very selfish. All right. And lastly, the thing that I learned from Tim is just his demeanor. And I know it's so difficult because when you have a business, there's so many ups and downs. But if you have a calm demeanor about yourself, then you're never really in reaction mode. Like you're not just reacting to everything. Like if your website goes down, you're not freaking out for the next three months. If you lose a client, you're not freaking out. You have a very calm demeanor about yourself. And I will tell you, out of any basketball player that I've ever seen, he had that characteristic down better than anyone. Like he's not going to get too happy. He's not going to get too down. He's not going to freak out when things go right or when things go wrong. And these are all characteristics you would want to have in your business, because when you do that, it's like you're never the center of attention. You are very calm. You have a calm demeanor about yourself, and you're looking to build others up. When that's the case, like those are the recipe. That's really the recipe for a successful business. And I wanted to just come on and talk about that because I know that's something I learned when I was a kid, just by watching him, and those things have really carried over into my business, and that's really how I want to be. Like even though I have all this content online, like I don't care about being this popular dude. Like that, I have zero interest about that. I want to help the coaches that join our mastermind. I want to help coaches that listen to this podcast. Period. Like It doesn't matter to me if we have millions of listeners or if we have 5 listeners. I could care less, right? And so that's it for today's episode. I will see you guys tomorrow on episode 186. I hope you're having a great week so far. If you are a coach that has been listening to these podcasts, you've been committed to these podcasts, and they've been helping you, make sure and check out our website. Go to www.buildmysportsbiz.com and click on the mastermind button. That is how I can personally help you grow your business. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow.